Hi, my name is Jim Campanella and I'm president of Lawn Dawg. I'm here today to answer a question from a Twitter follower, and that question is, with so little rain in the Northeast last year, my lawn got burnt out. What should I do this spring to get it back? Well, there's several things you can do. Last year was a terrible year, a lot of drought, a lot of injury to turf grass. Now, if your lawn just got thinned out a little bit, similar to this, where there's still some live grass throughout, but there's some dead grass in between, I just give that a good heavy raking this spring. Feed the lawn this spring, feed it all summer long, just keep the fertilizer to it, water it regularly, and that lawn's going to fill in by itself. Eventually it'll all fill right back in and thicken up for you. However, if you have really large damage or large brown patches, that's probably not going to come back on its own, and if it hasn't greened up by now, it very likely won't. So you really need to do a major renovation on that, meaning you have to tear out the old grass, remove all the existing thatch and dead grass, and replace it with sod or seed or hydro seed. Probably need a little bit of topsoil to bring the levelness of the soil back up to the rest of the lawn. But it's important that your expectations are realistic. Spring seeding is seldomly very effective. The reason being is that with new grass seed, the last thing to mature are the roots. And by the time the roots mature, we're getting into the heat of the summer months. So what will happen is you'll see some top growth right away. 10 to 15 days after you seed, that seed will start germinating. It'll look like it's really growing in nice. And then the summer stresses start to hit. It starts to get hot. Crabgrass and weeds start to grow. And those things you can't really control without hurting the new seed. So what will happen is that new grass will suffer a little bit. It'll thin out a little bit. Crabgrass and weeds will take over, and we'll thin that grass out a little bit, and then you'll have to seed again in the fall. Ideally, the best time is to just wait until the fall, but if you have really large dead areas, you don't want to look at that all summer, then it is a good idea to seed in the spring, but understand that you will not have a real nice lawn all summer. There'll be a lot of weeds, there'll be some crabgrass, and then in the fall you reseed again, and by next year at this time, we won't be looking at this anymore. You'll be looking at a nice, thick, healthy lawn. Thank you for that question, and if you have any questions about your lawn, or trees and shrubs, please send it to lawndawg.com or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.